This is not a real stream. You know, it's convenient. And by convenient, I'm mean none of this is actually convenient, but I am now connected via a Ethernet cable directly into a router that is also connected directly to the modem. So hopefully, we don't have issues. For the love of God. Okay, so that's fine. I don't like the jiggling of the flashlight still. Praise the Ethernet. Praise it! Praise direct connection. Murder the headaches that the internet company is trying to send me a goddamn pod. Pods are
Hi
stupid.
there, and welcome to Indigo Park!
The raccoon
most
startled
innovative
me.
and engaging
Bullshit.
family fun
I've already been here
experience.
for this.
Jump into the world of your favorite character. Wait, you're our first guest in 2,920
I can't flash my flashlight at him.
minutes and 38 seconds.
Oh my god, there's a young...
Congratulations! I'm Rambly the raccoon, and it's my job to make sure your experience here at Indigo Park is the most fun it can be. Just hop on over to the registration center to your left, where our friendly assistant will help you begin your adventure in the park.
Ew. Is that laundry soap? Why is it green? That's not what you want to see. Is this supposed to be a puddle? Why is this so deep on a level... what's supposed to be a level floor? I'm sorry. Wait. Where am I going? I was yomping.
Hi, I'm Rambly the raccoon, and it's my job to make sure your experience here at Indigo Park is...
Oh, I'm sorry. Did it hurt you with your ears? Zen!
To have your face in our guest
What's
list.
up, little baby?
Is this your first time here at the park, or did you just get plastic surgery? No worries. It's
I had
Rambly Tuesday,
metal
so you
surgery.
qualify for
How's
a
the
big
small
discount on
one
your
doing?
visit.
How's the
Just
baby
follow me to the
doing?
main gate.
Baby man.
I can't wait for you to see everything Indigo Park has to offer.
One of the jokes in my fiance's family is like, baby man, baby man, fucking baby man. Where am I? In there? The door? The door broken. What do you mean the door? The door broken. I jump over. Let's see. Excuse me. Huh?
What's the holdup? The gate is open. Head on into the entryway.
No, fucking.
Hold on. My mistake. The gate is not open.
No shit!
There seems to be an error message being sent from the gate's power unit.
Enjoy your
Lucky
stay.
You get to be the first person to try
Baby,
our
baby. Hopefully you fix the issue. Hi, Master Mom. So far, so good. My fiance's mom is also, like, working right now. Eating fracture against wall. Ha! Joke's on you. I'm made out of, I don't know, something really sturdy. And the wall is made out of something not very sturdy. What am I doing? Push. Oh wait, did it turn the bobbing on again? Not that. Video, graphics, humans. Motion blur off. Okay, that's fine. Okay, I didn't mess with my settings. Everything seems good at the moment. No encoding errors. Ah! Wait, is this also a collectible? Can I go in there? I could fit through that. Am I going back now? Oh, he opened this door.
Ah, the Indigo Violet Compact Power Generator. But it seems to be
I don't have my headset on, so you might hear some echoing. This isn't meant to be quality. He wants a gear? Oh, look. It's Rambly. The raccoon. The Rambly raccoon. Switch. Alright, now I know we're looking for a gear. You see how the flashlight I can still see the outside of the light? Oh, this bitch locked me in here. The fuck? Is the gear supposed to be in here then? Hello? I don't have... Oh. Found it. Shut up. That seemed like a fire hazard. Game of the year is on run now. This one? I doubt it. I think something else got game of the year. Okay, I turned on the fucking lights. Is that what it was? Why did you lock me in there? Oh wait, does that mean I don't need this now? Alright, open this.
Okay, for real this time.
Yeah.
Welcome to Indigo Park.
Woo! Purple. It's all overgrown and shit. I don't like that from this kind of standpoint. I meant buildings. It's creepy if it's like an amusement park. Am I supposed to... I didn't see that one. Is that one out there? Oh, Game Awards is happening now? Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. You guys see the other critter plushie? I need it. I got 3 of the 4. So I need the other one. Where's this critter at? Alright, there's an invisible wall there. In the pit? Oh, it's not a pit. Also an invisible wall. Excuse me? The fuck? Trash pit. Shadow of the Erd Tree. Is that, fucking... DLC shouldn't get Game of the Year. They should have their own category. Games should not get multiple Game of the Years just because they release new paid content. It's bullshit. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. There you are. Got it. Information kiosk. Hello? Okay, not that one. Also not that one? What the fuck? Which one do you want me to visit?
Silly Rambly. Every guest needs a critter cuff. That will allow you access to reserved areas, charge payments to your room.
What the fuck you looking at?
Wear a critter cuff. I think there's some in the gift shop. Head in there and I'll get you set up.
The new It Takes Two game looks kind of mid, not gonna lie. That's a shame because It Takes Two was fun. I never got to play it. My bestie was like, you played it too much. Oh my god, keychains? I can't collect the keychains? I want one. Who is that? Who is she? Why doesn't she have a plushie?
Hey, buddy. Your very own critter cuff. A new way to interact with the park.
Bitch.
That also doubles as a pedometer, heart monitor, and mood ring. Data disclosure agreement included.
This critter cuff looks cheap as shit. Ah, another fire hazard? Bro. I mean, I've watched people play it. It's not like I'm going in completely blind. I want to do the mini game.
The door mysteriously locked. Why not test out your band and save the day?
This guy is sus. Testing.
Hooray!
Do you need to put the
Great
flashlight
work, buddy.
away to do
Now
that?
try entering
Let
the
alone
park,
turn it
and we can
off?
Start our Indigo adventure.
Bro. Prefer that game. Ooh. Oh. I really don't think it's necessary to, excuse me, to turn off my flashlight to put my wrist on that. Also, that didn't move. It didn't make any sound. Is he gonna stop talking now? What is my objective and why am I here? Who wants ancient soda? Whoa, did you see that reflection? Look at that. You see that over there? Look at that. Oh, never mind, just kidding. Look at that! It's even reflecting inside. Oh. Well. Did that just cave in? Was that implying that I'm trapped? I don't like that. Why does this look like a path? Alright. Just kidding. Well, I gotta take a leak. This ain't the men's room. There ain't no damn stinky urinals. What the fuck? Oh! Visit an information kiosk. What? They were broken! What am I doing? I'm also trapped in here now.
Pardon
Hey.
our dust, buddy. Looks like the park is going through some renovations. For the inconvenience, your Rambling
That's cool
Tuesday
and slightly
discount will
broken.
be
Yeah.
% off! Why not celebrate this great deal with a ride on my railroad? To test your sleuthing skills, I'll let you find this one all by yourself.
Who is watching me? Are you? Are you? Oh. Choose weapon. Bro, we ain't got a weapon. That's for Valorant. Random. Bro, there ain't no weapon. I have a flashlight. And a critter something. Critter. That's broken. Refunded. Thank you.
Your facial data suggests you may be a bit older than the target audience for this ride, but it's one of my favorites. Do you know why Rambly the raccoon loves Rambling's Railroad? Because I like trains.
What the fuck? I was preparing myself for a pun, but it was an anti-joke. I went in a circle. Oh yeah, I'm too big for this ride. It ain't even scary. I'm blind. Oh, I have a mouse. Oh. Are we outside?
Welcome to Rambly's Railroad. I'm Conductor Rambly.
What's up?
Oh look, it's Molly McCaw.
Question.
The greatest pilot you ever saw!
You sure are, Molly. Why,
What?
you only crashed into
What?
6 bars this week.
What?
I'm not crashing, Rambly.
What was that?
What's
Chat, did you see what
barnstorming?
was there? I heard the door.
It barely hurts at all. Say, those young adventurers
Why is the bird flying a plane?
are great pilots. Why not try your hand at flying in my ride? Rooftop races.
Admission included with the critter cop.
I'm sorry, is this an advertisement? If it's meant for children, that's... What is this stuff? Is this broken? What is happening?
Oh, Finley, come on out and greet the people.
Don't do that. Okay.
Hi, Rambly.
Eeyore?
Why the long face?
Seaor?
You've
Seaor.
known me for 100 years, Rambly. I'm always lost because I'm always
To the children, gotta sell them merch.
Seashell for my collection.
Why is that bubble got razor teeth?
How
And that
about
one.
You come into it instead. My ride, Oceanic Odyssey, will teach you all about the wonders down under the deep.
Did he just tell the raccoon to
It's
come
as
into his
blue
shell?
as me.
I'm
I hope
kink
you'll
shaming.
visit. I'm so lonely.
Oceanic Odyssey currently closed.
He said he's so lonely. Why is he sus? What is that? Why is there nothing? Oh, dope. I just yeeted myself off the ride. And... Ah! That's not good. Oh. What? Oh! There's a ghost opening door. I bet that was loud. Pick that up. Stuff that in there. Pick that up. Got a dirty ass collectible. Pick that up. Stuff it there. Did that reset, bro? Brofist reset now? Everything is loud, but it's you, so it's expected. No, it's expected that I be loud. Okay. The fuck? That's really jarring. I don't like that. You could have just let me walk over and activate the interact with the thing again.
Hey there, Lloyd.
Do not shame me with that common folk name. I am the proud, the prestigious, the professional Lloydford L. Lion, actor extraordinaire.
You got beef?
Great act, Lloyd.
Of course it was. I'm the real star.
You guys, I don't think he likes the lion. Is the ride over? I still don't know who the chick was. The furry chick.
So, what do you think? Pretty fun, right?
No.
I know all about my friends.
0.
So, where do you want to go?
Prince and Lloyd. Huh? There's something creepy in these photos, huh? Anti-train cars. I suppose is that's supposed to be the creepy thing? The Boyd? Some creepy Boyd? Oh my gosh, a train! Whoa. That's a creepy ass Ferris wheel. Can I have one of them? Okay, I have a conductor collectible. Can't have a train. Or one of them. I like how I can only pick up specific collectibles. What the fuck? I bet you somebody would wear that unironically. Am I going in here? No. Is this a door? I thought it was a window. Alright. Well. I was moving the camera too much, so I thought the clock was also a moon. That moon is very detailed for everything else. Cherry, orange, strawberry, peach. How about lemon? You know it's America because it's lemonade and they mean the lemon, like, juice. I see that. I want it. Give me it. Come on. Kitty! Oh my gosh. Kitty. Even the night sky is fake. They made their own skybox for the park. Eh? What? I petted you. I have to go. There's more park to see. I'm gonna call him Potato. You think we'll see Potato again, guys? You dare keep me from theater? How else will I see the fantastic Lloyd? Potato need kitty. Potato and needy kitty, yeah. You ever felt like an abandoned park kitty? Begging for pets and scratches? Ooh, golden. Well, the one place that I saw I had access to did not give me access, in fact. That's got a big-ass lock on it.
Well, look at that! You're at Jetstream Junction! Oops! Looks like Jetstream Junction's being tuned up! Last I checked, there's a security office in the back of the theater. Maybe a friendly wrangler.
Oh, now you're gonna let me go in there. I'm going. You better open the door. You better give me access. I'm a VIP. Plastic surgery. I didn't mean for that to rhyme. Okay, why does it say main stage, like, not hair? But that one says hair. Oh, stop doing the fade to black. Please, that transition is terrible. What is this? Floor light. Oh my god. Why is it bloody? Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. I didn't sign up for this. I did not sign up for animatronics. Animatronic? Is it Matronics? Am I saying it right? Hello?
Hey, buddy. I've got eyes all over the park, but I can't see anything behind the stage.
Hi, Kuro.
Go back there, be careful. Your Criticov is not yet able to resuscitate you.
Not yet able. Resuscitate? Wow, I'm talented. Doing that with my brain, guys. Okay, I'm going this way. Lloyd, I would like to see your performance. As long as that I can keep my body in one piece. Lloyd? No. Bad kitty. Anybody want some takeout? Can't scare me if I don't look at ya. Who is watching me? Got something to say to you. Whoa, I want the big one. I want the big one. Damn it. You don't got brain to scoop. Shut the... I think I missed something spooky again. These games are not very idiot-proof. This is why you can't rely on jump scares, bro. Again, I'm like, I can't be scared if I don't see it. You gotta let things loom in the distance, you know? Let's be... Ah! Settle. See? See how there was time for me to look at it? You see that? Damn, I would have been fucking dead. Again, not idiot-proof. Why did I go in such a roundabout way? Who is opening the doors for me? Sit in chair? Open? No? Back? Computer? Why am I in here? Nani? This? Why is that key weird? Ouchie. That. Boo. Speed run. Bam! I was so fast. Why do I need a bracelet? The exit. What is that? That's good, that's good. I wonder if I didn't even do a speed test, but you could have still done it. Oh, what? No animation this time. Excuse me. That wasn't on, but you put it away like it was turned off. Look. The red light on skin is a little strong. Should I test something else? Might as well finish it. I don't know how long this game is. I expected it to not be very long. Perhaps I should see how long the gameplay. Oops. If I can do this again. How long? Indigo Park gameplay game. It's about an hour long, which is like 6 hours in Dummy Land, if we're being honest. Oh! Did I miss these? What's the next stream sub goal? For next month? I don't know. Yeah, it looks like it updated the thing to the next number for some reason, and I don't know. We could do... I'm pretty sure I'm getting a Lego set for Christmas. It's the giant ice castle from Frozen.
Why don't you check out Molly's
So maybe
rooftop
that.
races? It's not far from here, and it's a great warm-up before we get into the bigger rides. Just take it up at Molly's landing pad.
I don't know where he's talking to me from. He's normally on a screen somewhere. It's cold in this room. My toes are cold. Alright. Rooftop races. Molly's garage. Garage. Molly's garage. That's gonna be a long project, yeah. Barbecue? A bacon burger? Do they not know how to... Why is it spelled like that? That is not how you put it up there. I know it's still barbecue, but nobody writes it that way. What the fuck? Lego always takes way longer than I think. Well, it will continue to be the sub goal then. Just kidding. I'll probably work on it throughout the month if it gets met. This is A boring garage. The fuck? Also, planes go in hangars, not garages. I better stop saying garage like that before I accidentally make it stick. Unironically. Then everybody in the States makes fun of me. Hi, Molly. I'm gonna pick up this dolly. Is this Molly? Imagine if I couldn't run. Imagine.
No, this is horrible.
I can climb this.
Looks like Molly crashed into the right again. Don't worry though, your pal Rambly has the repairman on speed dial.
I can't do that. What kind of module do you think he has to make phone calls from his head?
We're sorry. The number you have dialed has been disconnected or is no longer in service.
You're
Please
no
check the
longer in
number and dial
service.
again.
Say, why don't you check out Molly's landing pad? It's not far from here and it's a great cool down after that exhilarating ride. Just take a down from Molly's rooftop races.
Didn't I already do that? I think you want a phone module in your head because then people can call you. Oh, valid point. I don't want phone calls. Molly's landing pad. Open it. This is shut. Open it. Ooh. Arcade? Oh my gosh. Somewhere in Rambleberry Woods. I better find her and make her pay for her. I meant to do that. I don't like platformers. Oh, I fell. Why was there a hole there? Put it in another coin. No, just continue. Don't make me do it again. Ah. Ow. Do I need all the berries? Probably not. What is that? Whoa, they're in love. Oh, in the hole, guys. In the hole. I don't understand. The perception. Why did you make me? No. Exit the game. You didn't even let me go from the checkpoint! Stop with the loading screen! Why is it so long? I don't like this. Why is it so touchy? Shut up! I didn't even touch him. I didn't do it, officer. No, fuck it. Dude, that wasn't even me pushing the spacebar. That was me resting my thumb on the spacebar. Fuck your berries. I don't even fucking care anymore. Stupid! Stupid!
Run, bitch! Run!
You shut up! You shut up! Ollie, what happened? Hey, Randy, I was flying through the woods, but suddenly I couldn't see a thing. Oh, it's that guy. Looks like my smoke screen made her something sound. I should have known you were behind this. You shady skunk, let her go. Could I try my new potion on her instead? I'm tired of wasting it on squirrels. Molly, look out! Oh. Molly's gonna eat your ass. Too slow, dumpster face. What did you do to her? Meet the new improvement? Now with none of that friendship garbage stopping her from tearing you to pieces. I wonder what she really thinks of you now. Have fun finding out. Ah, shit. Well, that's not fair. I bumped your head, not the other way. The fuck? Yeah. Ow. That was loud. I win. Oh. What the fuck? I got a strawberry from the game. I don't know if that's how that works. Can I go through? Oh, there was a button on the wall. Was that there? I don't remember that being there. I feel like I looked. I'm pretty sure that I checked. Bobhead! Let me in. Let me in. Let me in. Let me in. I haven't been one of these since I was a kid. Yes. Ah, what the fuck? These aren't even balls. They're like polygons. I'm gonna take somebody's eye out. I can't get out of it. Spin. Oh, interesting. Red, yellow, green, blue, purple. I don't know where I'm gonna find the information. What is gonna come out of that? Hi, Polly might have used too many resources. They had a full moon, though. Did you see the texture of the moon? I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I don't know. Hey, the slide works. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. With the propellers. I'm not seeing anything in here. And I definitely looked. There was no thing for this. The wrist thing. I mean, the purple, there's a star. There's that. I'm a genius. Why'd the music stop, though? That didn't scare me. Thinks that thing was dripping blood. I don't want no diseases. I haven't had any pre-exposure vaccination of any kind relating to the rabies or the fuck or anything like that. It did. Red star. Chat, write that down. Chat, write that down. Can I get back that way or do I gotta walk around? Chat, red star. Chat. 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 Red star. Chat. Grand triangle. Write that down. You're an AI. I didn't think you needed those. Stars? I'm not an AI. Oop. Okay. Oh. Bro, what the fuck? Bro, what the fuck? Jesus. That's very awkward. Blue star. Okay. Red, blue stars. Green triangle. Bitch. You wanna fucking go? You think you're so fucking funny? You wanna fucking go? That seems dangerous. You wanna fucking go? Triangle. Star. Star. What is it? Oh. I don't need your help anymore. Ugh. Square? Circle? Dope. Definitely saw a yellow circle somewhere, guys. You don't got no proof otherwise. Well, definitely not human or animal unless we include gremlin. But that's a different creature altogether. I am an eldritch cyberpunk horror. Fear me. Ah. Fear me breaking your eardrums. You're eldritch now? Yeah. I got secret tentacles. Oh. Rude. I didn't do anything. Did I stand and stare at it too long? Okay. You were caught by Molly Macaw. That art is... Molly can repeat words that she heard. Don't be fooled. Press E to respawn. Interesting. What do I need copium for? You saying I won't damage your eardrums? Because I can prove it wrong. I'm just kidding. See, they said an hour. It's already been 45 minutes. Bye. How dare you stop me? This way. Why are you stopping me? Why are you stopping me? Cheater! Ugh. Ah, shit. I don't know where I'm going. Ugh. Where am I going? Ugh. What? Where am I supposed to be fucking going? What the fuck? You're giving no indication. Oh, shut up! I'm pushing E. Respawn. Bitch. Where the fuck am I supposed to be going? Ah, it's the bird with the beak and the screaming. I'm going this way this time. I'm just kidding. Explain how she's behind me and suddenly in front of me. If she is now in front of me, why can I not go back? Huh? Huh? Explain. I dare you to look me in the face and tell me that makes sense. Don't give me the magic bullshit. It is not magical. Move it. Stupid fucking bird. I'll crush you like I did Lloyd. Also, why is the bracelet thing not doing anything now? I'm not panic. Not panic. I think she's supposed to be in these tubes. Yeah, I saw her eyes. Good night, Sama. Where am I going? Where am I supposed to go? All this time I've been making me turn around. If I find out. It's called atmosphere, you atmosphere. It's called bullshit. And it stinks like it. At least I got a fucking copia mask on. What are you guys gonna do, huh? You gonna smell the shit? Stop and smell the roses and it's just shit. I don't have anything to hydrate with. I wasn't meaning to continue streaming. My drink is upstairs. I'd have to go get it. I only pressed it once that time. Okay, this time we're gonna face the direction. Yeah, you can refund if you want. Oh my gosh, it's so scary. There's just so much atmosphere. It's so good, such good atmosphere. The atmosphere is so thick and so juicy. So cool, so juicy, so cool. This song reminds me a lot about like Sailor Moon. Dun, 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 dun. That bit right there. Okay, I wasn't supposed to turn around, I guess. They let me the fuck out of here. There's a black mold everywhere. Cool. Which way? Why am I in the air ducts and why can I stand? Stop chasing me. Stop chasing me!
Ah, there you are, buddy. Wait, hold on. This room's staff only. Come on in, new staff.
Why didn't you just open the door?
Welcome to the Ramblings Wranglers registered room. Here we have plenty of amenities and... okay.
This is not an animatronic.
Angry, upset. Transparency is an important part of our policy here at Indigo Park, so I need to be honest about something. The park has been inactive for years. Employees stopped showing up, guests too. The mascots are... I just was so excited to see a visitor, and I wanted to be sure you were given...
Prisoner? Did he say prisoner?
But I was confined to the entrance.
Did he say prisoner?
I didn't realize just how
Did you say prisoner?
the park is
Prisoner? Did you say prisoner?
all of your fun time. Sorry for the inconvenience.
Prisoner?
But I have an idea. I have access to the repair documentation in my database. I just can't execute most tasks without authorization from a human user. You must have come here because the park matters to you too, right? Would you be willing to help me restore the park? I can see in your facial tracking data that you aren't opposed to this. Ooh, I'm so excited. Let's get this place back in business.
I'm opposed. I'm opposed.
Okay, welcome to the crew, Rookie Wrangler. Registered. Your first official job as one of Rambley's Wranglers, registered, is to get out of the Rambley's Wranglers, registered, room. Head left towards the Rookie Wrangler, registered, security room to set yourself free. Phew, kind of exhausting to say that whole spiel, but Rambley's Wranglers, registered, is a registered trademark. That expired yesterday.
Hey guys, you can take the trademark. Not actually. Rookie Wrangler.
Uh-oh, that Rambley's Wranglers room is only accessible by Royal Wranglers. Maybe one day you'll grow up big and strong enough to enter it. But for now, don't.
Why is he sarcastic? Like his humor dry. Dry humor. I'm fucking cold, bro. It's so fucking cold up in this bitch. Holy shit. Basements are cold. I'm stuck in a basement and I'm fucking freezing. Okay. Everything's chill. Everything's chill. Chill, chill, chill. You guys ever watch a streamer and are like struggling not to adopt their isms? You know? Like the little quirks. I used to watch someone more often, and he liked to go chill on me when he was freaking out. Like his panic phrase was "chill on me."
Wow!
I try not to do that.
Odyssey. You're doing a great job, Rookie Wrangler.
All right, fuck you guys. All right. I mean,
You'll find a potpourri of porpoises, pickerels, and perches as far as the eye can see. But please don't tap the glass. You never really know what lies beneath the surface.
I opened the door. What? Some yes, but most no. Okay. Eddie gets it.
Hey, buddy. You okay? You look kind of tired. Do you need a moment? Don't worry, it's fine. I don't blame you for taking a rest after all that. Heck, I could go for a nice, relaxing defragmentation myself. Before you
Defragmentation?
settle down, you up for a little survey to help us improve the park? Thanks for visiting Indigo Park. Hope all your dreams came true. If you've got some time and you're up for a lark, stick around for the Rambley review. I'm here to offer.
Am I gonna get flagged for this because he's singing?
I
would hope not. That'd be awkward.
Were you satisfied with the rides? Yes or no? Were you satisfied with your guide? I sure hope so. Do you plan to come back? Will I see you again? Did your experience convince you to tell a friend about us? Did I earn your trust?
No.
At Indigo Park,
No.
there is a stark contrast to everything I know this place should be.
I guess this is the credit. So, I will be ending the stream, as I wasn't actually supposed to do a stream today.
Indigo Park.
Was live.
Then my remarks are mysteries. Even I don't know what we might find.
I'm gonna cut him off here. You guys can watch the
And I'll be your spark.
thing go through, but I'm gonna stop the music because it feels like I'm gonna get flagged. Test stream, you're welcome. Good news, we can actually do what we're supposed to be freaking doing. Tweet. TV. Gonna go see Zed. Zed serious. It lets me. Yes. Great. Okay, bye.